Hi everyone, I wanted to do a video, sort of talking about, sort of my views on society at the moment. And before I start on the video, I wanted to say, bless Her Majesty the Queen. It's her funeral today. I wanted to, it's been like a bank holiday, most things are closed, so I wanted to, pay respects to her. And since today's obviously, day for sort of remembering her, so, her funeral. So yeah, I wanted to say that first, but yeah, now I wanted to get onto the video, and basically, my views on society in terms of transport, basically, it's sort of been stuff that I'm thinking about a lot. I just wanted to get right into the video. Basically, I feel like, cars and vehicles, there's no hiding from the fact that they absolutely dominate society. The first automobile came out, car Benz in 1886, and then 1910 horseback and carriage was overtaken by cars and stuff, and like I said, ever since, that's what I wanted to mention, because obviously when, back in the day and everything, horseback and carriage used quite a lot, and it just made me think, how much cars dominate society. I absolutely despise, I hate cars and vehicles. I absolutely hate cars and vehicles. I just don't like them at all. I think human beings have just, we're becoming less human. All you ever see is cars on the road, driving away, motorbikes making noise and everything, whizzing around, idiots on the road and everything. And I just despise how much automobiles and cars and vehicles, how many of them there are on the road, and how much they dominate society. Cars and vehicles dominate society. They absolutely dominate it, and I despise it. I hate cars and vehicles, and I despise the way cars and vehicles and motorbikes and all these things, they just dominate society. More than 150 billion animals killed every year for our gluttony. More than that, they dominate society more than animals being killed in abattoirs, and that is absolutely despicable. I just hate cars and vehicles with a passion, really. I just don't like them. Mankind has been reduced, I feel, to nothing more than, these metal boxes. These metal boxes, these machines, I suppose whatever machine you're looking at, whether it's whatever technology, whether it's phones, whether it's TVs, whether it's, whatever you've created. But I feel, what I'm trying to focus on is these metal boxes, these vehicles, these bullets that we're driving around, and we get out of our house and whatever, and then we first thing we get in our car and drive somewhere, and then we just spend all day driving around. That becomes the focal point of, I think, humanity. Humanity is so revolved and dominated by vehicles and cars and motorbike whizzing down, and I just despise how much humankind is reliant and dominated by cars and vehicles, and I just think there's too many on the road, and I absolutely hate it. I think it ruins peaceful places. I think it ruins communities. Cars whizzing down, people, idiots speeding down in their vans and everything, doing construction work, all this hands-on work that makes you feel queasy. Hands-on work, and then people moving around their motorbikes, delivering stuff, idiots, making revving noise, and people, whatever. It infuriates me. I don't like cars and vehicles, and I hate how humans have lowered ourselves down to this level. It's almost embarrassing. That's the focal point of humanity, I feel. More than animals being killed in abattoirs, which should be the focal point. Virtually everyone drives, just about everyone drives, and society sort of tells you to drive. But for me personally, I feel that's all you see. I feel humans have sort of become, we've become used to these metal boxes driving around on the roads. These, you could arguably say they're bullets, these fast sort of speeding metal boxes. We've dehumanised ourselves. Like I said, at some point I will learn to drive, when my situation changes or whatever. But at the moment, I couldn't think of anything worse. I just don't like cars. I think they're ugly, unattractive. I just think they're so ugly, and like I said, unattractive. Cars and vehicles are just so... I couldn't think of anything worse. And I just think virtually everyone drives. Society tells you to get in your car and to drive, and most people do. And there's been so many. There's 4 times more cars on the road than there were in the 80s and 90s. And I just despise it. They're bad for the environment anyway. They're awful for the environment. And yeah, I just wanted to say how much I hate cars and vehicles. I don't like the noise. I don't like, as I said before, I don't particularly like crossing roads, whatever. That's by the by. I think put an average person on trying to cross a busy road, an average person will like it. So, but I just don't like cars and vehicles. I don't like how much, just looking at cars and vehicles, how much they dominate society. It infuriates me. I just don't like them. I want to put it out there. I'm not one of those people that like cars. I hate them. But everyone drives. You go out and you see just about everyone drives. Whether it's learning to drive, whether it's like driving your van around doing that delivery or whatever, or doing some sort of construction work or something, or driving around your van speeding along, or motorbikes speeding along trying to deliver stuff. I just hate them. I think they're so unattractive. I think they're so It's just, I just hate how we've dehumanized ourselves. We've vilified ourselves. We've become nothing but metal boxes. We've become speeding along like bullets. We've become nothing but these little man-made containers of just speed. We were just driving around in our bullets all day, every day. We go out of our house, getting straight in our car, boom. We go out of our house, go out of wherever, and go straight in the car, straight in the van, straight in the motorbike to deliver something, to do our job. I just don't like it. I despise the transportation system. The ironic thing is, it's bad for the environment anyway. People always mention, you know, animals being killed in abattoirs is bad for the environment. Ironically, people don't talk about, you know, the Holocaust and everything. They don't say, oh God, the Holocaust was really bad. Yeah, it was bad for the environment and everything, killing Jews. Holocaust 2.0, there's no difference. There's no difference apart from a different victim. But we're not seeing it. But instead what takes over is the domination of transport. I know people need to get from A to B. You know, that's why Eisenhower built, he actually built a lot of these interstates and everything. But the point is, driving cars is bad for the environment anyway, so people should be driving less. But I just despise them. I wanted to also mention bikes. I don't want to learn to ride a bike. I can't ride a bike at the moment. The last time I rode a bike, you know, it was, you know, whatever it was, 10, 12 years ago when I was riding with stabilisers and whatever. But I don't want to learn to ride a bike either. I'm not happy with learning to ride a bike. Not for me. Because I just don't like bikes. Bikes are almost the equivalent. Bikes can legally go on the road. And when I'm often walking through, like, you know, town centres and everything, you know, town centres, shops and everything, where bikes are allowed to go through, they shouldn't be allowed, because the amount of times I see bikes and scooters whizzing through and everything, it's just crazy. I couldn't put myself in that position. I couldn't be walking around town centres and stuff, you know, Swindon or whatever. I couldn't be walking around town centres and bikes whizzing through and scooters whizzing through. I can't understand how people can do that. I wouldn't have it in me. I wouldn't have it in me to even go through with my bike normal. I just wouldn't have it in me. I don't want to ride a bike. Oh, I can think of anything. You know, I don't want to. Bikes and cars are almost 11 km. Obviously, cars are much worse. But I don't like bikes. And even the other day, I was going through some of the underpasses by Coat Water, and a bike came rushing down, almost went right into me. And I get that in the town centre, bikes going rushing around the corner. This shouldn't be allowed. I should about to go under the underpass on Fleming Way. It actually says cyclist dismount. It actually says that. It says cyclist dismount as you're actually about to go under. As you're actually about to go under it, it says, so cyclists are actually meant to dismount and meant to not even, you know, just walk along with their bicycles. We never see bicycles whizzing through, delivering something, just eat, or, you know, it's just ridiculous. I don't like it. I don't like bikes, but cars are awful. Cars are the worst. I absolutely hate how they dominate society. I despise and it infuriates me. I hate how you look up and you see everyone driving. It's like, that's the only point in living. That's the only point of, you go out and you drive your car and you spend more time driving around than you do sleeping, and that infuriates me. I hate how human beings have lowered ourselves down, how all we've become is machines. We've become metal boxes, speeding bullets, and that's all we are throughout the whole day. We just drive around all the time, and I hate it. I don't want to be one of these people. I feel like most people drive, and it infuriates me. You know, a lot of the interstates were built after World War II to help people to get from A to B, so I understand that bit, but there's still too many on the fucking road. And this needs to change. It needs to change because it's bad for the environment anyway. People should stop blaming, you know, animal agriculture for the environment, although that is an issue, but it's ridiculous. It's like saying, you know, the Holocaust was bad for the environment. It's the same thing. A Holocaust is a Holocaust. Concentration camps, factory farms, pigs, Jews, there's no difference apart from a different victim. And pigs and mammals, weird mammals, fucking hell, it's the same thing, really. And but I just think the domination of society by cars and vehicles needs to end. Because it's absolutely it's only going to ever increase. People probably laugh and they say, haha, we drive every day of the week, haha, I get in my car and drive every day, I love driving, or I love speeding down my car like an idiot. I just hate them. I think you're driving a bullet. I think it ruins towns and cities. I think it ruins nice places. And society is dominated by the metal box and the just driving around. Human beings have become nothing more than just sitting in our car all day, and we're not even designed to sit down. Human beings aren't even designed to sit down. We're sitting down in our cars all day, fucking driving around, speeding around, going everywhere, spending more time driving around than we are unconscious asleep. Becomes the focal point of our life, just driving somewhere from A to B. And even in town centres, people whizzing down on their bikes and scooters, which I think the council need to be, you know, focusing on more. But it's ridiculous. People aren't even designed to sit down. Human beings were made to run. So it's fucking, the whole thing's a joke, man. But I wanted to say this is unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. And we should know better. It's just ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. And it infuriates me. I've said before, it almost annoys me even more than the killing of animals, because you don't see abattoirs everywhere. You don't see the killing of animals. You don't see abattoirs listed or advertised. You don't see that. It's so hidden away, which is infuriating in itself. Factory farms and, you know, concentration camps, they're the same, really. And it just absolutely infuriates me how cars and vehicles and roads and lorries and motorbikes whizzing through, just delivering stupid stuff like that. And it infuriates me how much it dominates society, how much noise they make as well. They're very noisy, cars and vehicles, and crossing roads, and it just infuriates me. I hate them. It's so unattractive. I couldn't be less of a car person. I hate cars. I hate cars. I hate vehicles. I just don't like them. I think they're awful. I hate them. I hate how they dominate society. More than 150 billion animals being killed every year for food. It's infuriating. I hate them so much. And I wanted to put this in a video because I don't think I've put how much I actually hate cars in a video. But I wanted to mention this in this sort of public video on this channel I'm using as my main one, how much I just dislike the transportation system that obviously is bad for the environment. Obviously I don't like being on trains either. I get sort of restless on trains, but that's nothing to do with it. Trains are fun because trains are sort of, they have their own train line, it's different. But it's just all the cars and vehicles on the road, I hate them. You know, people should be getting buses more. Infuriates me. I hate cars and vehicles so much. I hate how they dominate society. I hate how human beings have become nothing more than metal boxes driving around on the road, speeding but just driving around, and it infuriates me. I hate them so much. I despise how human beings have lowered ourselves down to this level. You look at all the amazingly well-produced music that comes out, you think, God, human beings are producing this amazingly well-produced music. Human beings, you know, creating this amazing vegan food out of fungi and everything, and fake meat out of plant pea protein. Human beings creating iPhones and creating TV shows and creating movies with amazing CGI. But then I look out, you know, and then you just, you know, look out your window or whatever, and you see cars and vehicles and dominating society, and you're thinking this is all it's about. You can get angry, and no matter what you get angry about, cars and vehicles whizzing by, whizzing by, whizzing by, and it's infuriating. I wanted to say I absolutely hate cars and vehicles because I haven't put it in a video. I'm so passionate about how much I hate just the transportation system in a way, and I haven't mentioned it before. I don't particularly like sitting in the car either, but I wouldn't want to drive. That's the thing, and it's baffling. And like I said, there's nothing more. You can't shout or scream. There's cars on the road, and it's annoying because I almost feel like people are dumb driving cars and vehicles. There's so many stuff going on in the world about veganism, about so many important issues that I want to scream out. But I feel people driving around their cars, they just don't care. They, you know, come in, shut the doors, all silent, like they just drive around, speed down, open the door, shut the door, go into the house. I just think it's infuriating. People just sit down like robots. And I hate it. We aren't even designed to sit down. Human beings are made to run. We're not even made to sit. I just think the whole thing is a farce and a joke. And it's just something I'm so passionate about. I'm not passionate about, but I mean, it's on my mind all the time. Because I have to face these cars and vehicles all the time. You can't get away from it. So I wanted to mention now how much I despise cars and vehicles. I fucking hate them. Put that in the record books. I fucking hate cars and vehicles. I fucking hate them. And when I eventually do learn to drive, it'll be for a reason, my situation's different, whatever. But I just don't like them. I don't like them. There's too many on the fucking road. And people spend their lives driving around their vans, their cars, their trucks, their motorbikes, their bikes whizzing around cycle routes and town centres which they shouldn't be. And I fucking hate it. There's too many cars on the road. And you're probably watching this, you know, some of you might be watching thinking your life is revolved around cars and vehicles. It's awful. Something needs to change. It's bad for the environment. I just hate them. I hate them. I despise cars and vehicles. I hate how human beings have become nothing more than speeding bullets driving around, and that's what we do every day of the week. Every day just driving around. There shouldn't be that many on the road. And Swindon Council are awful. Swindon Council, nobody's going to listen to this because it's right at the end of the video, but Swindon Council need to monitor bikes and everything going in through the town centres and stuff. And because that's not on either. I hate bikes and everything. Bikes whizzing down and makes me jump. I don't like. I despise going on cycle, which I suppose that's what you expect. But I don't like the transportation system. Bikes, cars, it infuriates me, and I hate how we've become nothing more than bullets. Bullets waiting to hit someone. Bullets waiting to speed down. Bullets destroying towns and cities. You know, a lot of places that have like quiet roads, like Marlborough High Street, become nothing more than the A4. And I just hate it. I wanted to put this in a video how much I hate cars and vehicles. For the record, I wanted to say this because not many people might know this, because I've done a few videos talking about it, and I linked it into like sort of stuff I get anxious about and stuff, which is not, it's going the wrong direction. I just wanted to say straight up I hate cars and vehicles, and I mentioned it so many times now, so I'm glad people understand what I'm saying. I just wanted to say it in a video so people understand now that I fucking hate cars and vehicles. I hate them. I hate these bullets. I hate these bullets through towns and cities, and I feel like people drive around more than they sleep. People are meant to spend a third of their lives unconscious. People drive around more than they're unconscious. Fuck off. Everyone fucking driving around. It's what we live for, just to drive around like wankers. I hate them. I hate cars and vehicles so much. I fucking hate them. Oh, I fucking hate them. Oh, everyone driving around in their metal boxes all day, every day, delivering some fans, lorries, motorbikes making fucking noise, idiots driving them. I hate cars and vehicles so much. And I hate how human beings have become idiotic, and we've identified ourselves and we've lowered ourselves down to this level of just being metal boxes driving around. And I know we need the transportation system, but more, there should be less cars on the road. People use buses more, taxis more, trains more. I'm wearing a black t-shirt, as I said, it's because it's the Queen's funeral. So yeah, today I thought I wanted to talk about a serious topic of the Queen's funeral. There's not going to be no joking about, there's not going to be no funning about, there's going to be no joking about, oh, going back to this. I want to talk about a serious topic on the Queen's funeral. Let's just get on with it, and here I am now. So this is what matters to me. Yeah, and it means a lot. Like I said, I want to say how it is. I still haven't done a video talking about this, and I want to do it before I go clean shaven. I don't want to waste a video talking about cars and vehicles when I'm nicely clean shaven. So yeah, and at the end of, just like I did right at the beginning of the video, rest in peace to the Queen. And one of the reasons why I wanted to mention this is because, like I said, the Queen back in her day, horse and carriage may have still have been used. I know in 1910 they 1866 the first automobile, and 1910 they started overtaking. So around the time the Queen was born, it must have horses and carriage were going out of fashion. But yeah, R.I.P. the Queen. Her funeral's today. But I suppose I wanted to mention something real world and serious on the day that the Queen's funeral was. There's no joking matter. So I wanted to talk about a no joking matter topic, something that I've actually been thinking about for ages. I constantly think about all the cars on the road and everything when I'm going for my walks and everything. So this is something I really wanted to mention, and there isn't really a video because all the other ones I've actually made private at the moment, all the videos talking about getting actions and stuff, because it's embarrassing. It's going off the point I'm trying to make. But now I can actually do a video talking about cars and vehicles and how much I hate them, and also bikes as well, how much I hate bikes and just all this transport and people speeding along. It's annoying and people should know better. And I hope something changes soon, especially with the environment thing about, I suppose people running bikes more than, but cars and vehicles are the worst. Bikes, people speeding along, that should be monitored more. But yeah, I think if I put this in a video, so if you're watching this, you understand how I feel about this now, and that makes me feel good, telling people how I feel about such an important issue.